We're taking my mom along on our honeymoon, by the way.
Huh? Why? Isn't it supposed to be just the two of us? Why is your mom coming too? I thought we were going to have this special time just for ourselves.
Because it'll be more fun and comforting with her there. You know she's always been there for me, and it feels right to have her around. I feel better when she's with me, especially with all the changes happening now.
I would rather it just be the two of us, though. This is our honeymoon, our time to bond and start our new life together. I want to focus on us, not on anyone else.
Don't be selfish! Are you really telling me I should just leave my mom behind all alone when I know she'd love to join us? She's been there for me through everything. It wouldn't feel right to go without her.
Sorry, but maybe just before we go, I was hoping for some time alone. We deserve that, don't we?
What's going on? What's with this sudden change?
Wait, didn't you used to call her mother just until recently? Why are you suddenly calling her mom? That's a big shift, isn't it? I thought you were more formal with her.
It's the opposite, actually. I've always called her mom, but I only used mother when I was with you. It felt like the right thing to do at the time, but honestly, I never really liked the distance it created.
Why?
Because my ex said I was weird for calling her that, for being too close to her. She thought it was off-putting. It made me feel bad, so I tried to change it. But now, I realize I was just being influenced by someone else.
I should have figured that out sooner. I've been holding that in.
Also, after we come back from the trip, I'll be living with Mom. I know it's a lot, but it's just easier this way.
What? You said you weren't going to live together.
I don't remember saying that. I honestly don't. Things change, and sometimes you have to adjust.
You told me your friend was dealing with a lot of mother-in-law problems and wanted space, and that having some distance was a good idea. You agreed. You said it yourself. The distance would make things easier.
You're right, but I said maybe. My mom is a reasonable person. She won't do anything crazy. It'll be fine, trust me.
That's not the point. You're not getting it.
Think about it. If we live with my family, we won't have to pay rent. Any extra money we save can go toward our future, and I'll still be close to Mom. It's a win-win situation. Plus, it'll be easier for me, and I don't want to lose that comfort just yet.
If you insist on going together, I won't go. I can't just pretend it's fine. I need you to understand that this is about us, not just you or your mom.
What?
It's great that you care about your mom, but there are limits. This is starting to feel like too much. It feels like you're not considering how I feel. You've crossed a line, and I'm not sure you realize that. This is starting to look like you're just too attached to her.
Is that what you think? Seriously? My ex said the same thing too. All right, I get it now. I won't take her on the honeymoon, and we won't live together. I understand how important this is to you. I'm sorry for rushing ahead of myself without fully thinking it through. I should have listened to you more.
I'm glad you understand, but are you really sure about this? Are you okay with it?
You were the one who said it wasn't what you wanted. I can't ignore that.
Yeah, but you backed off so easily. I just wanted to make sure you were fully on board with it. I didn't want to push you into something you didn't want.
Now that we're married, I have to think about you first. You're my priority now, and I want to make sure you feel comfortable. I'm ready to put you first.
That means a lot to me, thank you. It feels good to hear that, honestly, it does.
I got carried away because it's just been Mom and me for so long. I've always been the one to look out for her. She's always been my only family, and I guess I just let that emotion take over.
I understand that. You don't have to apologize for wanting to take care of her, but we're a team now. Let's be good to our parents together in a way that works for both of us.
Thanks. I'm really looking forward to Italy. I need this break. It'll be nice to start fresh together in a beautiful place.
Me too. It's going to be amazing.
I'll be back later, so go ahead and get some sleep. You need to rest.
Huh? We agreed to go file our marriage certificate today and have dinner out, remember? That was the plan, wasn't it?
Did we? Oh, but my mom's waiting for me and she's probably getting anxious. I really need to go check on her.
Well, do what you want. I'm not going to stop you. It's your choice.
All right, thanks. I promise I'll make it up to you later.
I just wanted to get things right between us, and it feels like it's taking longer than I thought. So where have you been going all this time? I've been here in Rome, sightseeing by myself.
I've been spending time with my mom.
Huh?
It's just that we happened to run into each other here. I can't just leave her alone, can I?
That's unbelievable. You planned this, didn't you?
No, it wasn't planned. It was just a coincidence.
Then why didn't you say anything sooner? Why keep it hidden until today?
Because you're always getting mad like this.
You wouldn't be mad if you didn't do things like this in the first place.
Then what was I supposed to do? Leave my nearly 70-year-old mother alone in a foreign country?
If you had brought her with you, this wouldn't have happened. I don't even know what we're doing here anymore. I've been by myself this whole time. You're not here in the morning when I wake up, and after dinner, you just leave.
I'm going to Mom's room, so there's no other option. She said she didn't understand how to use the shower in this country.
Wait, are we staying at the same hotel too?
Yeah, that's right.
This isn't a coincidence.
I'm sorry.
If this is what our marriage is like from the start, I'm really worried about the future. It's not that I don't like your mother. I just want to keep a reasonable distance, that's all.
Please, you have to understand.
Understand what?
I can't live without my mom.
Huh?
But I love you too. It's like choosing between losing my brain or my heart.
I can't understand that at all. If your mother is that important to you, then why even get married? You should just live together with her instead.
No, I can't do that. I want my mom to hold her grandchild. It's the last thing I can do for her.
It seems like everything revolves around your mom, doesn't it?
Do you think so?
You don't even realize it, and that's the problem.
Okay, fine. I won't hide it anymore. I really love my mom.
Oh, I see.
If you have a problem with that, then let's get a divorce.
Fine. Honestly, there's no need to even do that.
Huh?
I'm not married.
What do you mean?
I never officially registered our marriage.
But you said we were gonna do that before we left!
Yeah, but who decided to go to their parents' house instead of going together to register?
Was it my fault?
I just didn't file the papers because I thought we'd do it together, but you changed plans last minute.
Well, when we get back, we'll do it right away.
I was thinking that too, but I wanted to see if I could trust you on this trip. I was hoping to rethink things, but instead, it turned into a trip for your mom, by your mom, and for your mom.
No! Half of it is for you two!
Half? I thought I was marrying someone who would love me 100%. Why do I have to compete with your mom?
I can't help it! I only have one mom!
Then from now on, you can give that 100% love to your mom.
Don't say that! I can't have children, you know!
I'm not a baby-making tool for you, nor am I going to have kids for your mom. As long as you put her first, this cycle will keep repeating itself. The next woman you meet will leave you too.
No!
I'll book another hotel and enjoy Italy on my own. You go have fun with your mom.
Wait! If you leave, my mom will be mad!
What do you think you're doing? What are you talking about? I heard you went and left my son a little bit ago. Huh? You just abandoned such a good man. Are you out of your mind? Are you serious? You're the one who followed your son and his new wife on their honeymoon. Is that normal? I just happened to run into my son while I was in Italy. What an incredible coincidence that the two of you ended up staying in the same hotel on the other side of the world. Are you really going to make a big deal out of something so small? Why don't you just go back to your hotel and get to work on having kids? I'm not giving birth just to let you hold grandchildren. Don't you love my son? I loved him, yes, but I've realized that love was built on lies. I can almost imagine all the mistakes he's made, all for his mother to see grandchildren. What's wrong with having a close relationship with your parents? I believe parents should want their children to be independent and happy. Once they have their own family, isn't it the parents' job to quietly watch over them from a distance? That's not how we do things. I still want to wash his hair for him and pat his stomach until he falls asleep. Wait, so when he said he went to the family home for a bath, you meant that's what was happening? What's wrong with taking a bath with your child? I'm sorry, I can't understand this. Honestly, it's abnormal. How rude. He's 35. It's not uncommon for people at his age not to be married, but now I understand why he wasn't able to. No, it's not that my son couldn't do it. It's that the women he met weren't right for him. I've been just as wrong. I couldn't see how much of a mama's boy he was. Luckily, we haven't even filed the papers yet, so I'm ending it here. Huh? You didn't get married? No, I just told Cooper earlier, but the reason we didn't go to the municipal office was because he chose to visit his parents' house instead. You can't do that. If he misses this marriage, he'll never get married. Why do you think that? Because that's what the doctor says. What doctor? The one who always helps me when I stumble in life. Oh, I spent $3,000 to get a prayer to make sure this marriage would work out. I didn't even know you were into that sort of thing. I'm just glad you didn't tell me to buy one of those vases. Oh, I already got you one. Huh? It's a vase for fertility. I thought I'd put it in your bedroom. Please no, I don't believe in that. It really works. You should try seeing this person too. Wait, does Cooper believe in all this too? Of course he does. So, a mama's boy and a religious fanatic? He was planning on marrying me and hiding all of this? Don't belittle it with those cheap words. It's about parental love and faith. I don't mind who you take a bath with or what you believe in. I'm just saying our values and beliefs are different. Once you marry him, you'll understand. I've lost all interest in sightseeing. I'll return home on my own. You two enjoy yourselves. What kind of woman are you? How could you abandon my son like this? I'll make sure to curse you first. If you're going to do that, you're just another fake spiritualist. Don't insult the doctor. Remember this. Is this what they call a curse?
What are you talking about?
My mother-in-law warned me, you know. She said she'd curse me if I didn't listen to her. Things have been happening, strange things. Flower pots falling from above when I least expected, or bugs getting into the mailbox. It feels like everything is turning against me, and it's all bad stuff. It's starting to feel like it's more than just a coincidence.
I really don't know what you want me to say. This is all so far out of my control.
Could you just stop bothering me about it? We're done now, and that's that. I've made my decision, and I can't go back.
I don't want to break up. I haven't given up on us yet.
And is that what your mother says too? Is that how she feels?
Yes, she agrees with me.
Why don't you ever try to make decisions for yourself? Do you always have to rely on others?
Well, the doctor said so I know it's right. It's not like I can just ignore that. They know everything.
Here it comes, the doctor. You hid the whole religious thing from me, didn't you? I don't want to spend money on some expensive pot, and I don't want to be manipulated into following someone else's will.
But Mom said it's the right thing to do. What else am I supposed to do?
When are you going to see it? Living your life the way your mom tells you, has it really made you happy? Did everything work out just like you expected when you followed the teacher's advice and bought their pot?
Well, it's because I haven't accumulated enough good karma yet.
That's not the point. You can take control of your life and make your own decisions. No one, not even your parents or a doctor, should decide what's best for you.
But...
Did you start dating me because your mom told you to?
No, I liked you, and I wanted to talk to my mom about it, but then she took me to the doctor. The doctor said we were a good match.
I just wish it had stayed as simple as my initial feelings for you, just liking you and not all this other stuff.
I can't make these decisions by myself. I've always been told what to do by my mom, and the doctor has all the answers.
I don't have the energy to try to help you break free from this anymore. Do whatever you want. It's time for us to go our separate ways now.
No! You don't understand! Mom is still furious about us not being able to have kids in Italy!
I don't care. Goodbye. I'm blocking you now.
Wait, Macy! You can't block me! My name is Xander, and you must be Macy, right?
Who? Are you some relative of Cooper or something?
I'm the one advising Brenda and her child.
Ah, you're that doctor, aren't you?
Yes, Cooper can't seem to give up on you no matter what.
Is that so? Well, with your mysterious powers, could you make him give up?
The power of love is immense, and I unfortunately can't do much about it.
Well then, maybe you could put a pot on his head and make him behave. I'll take my leave now.
Wait a minute.
What?
How rude! Do you know who I am?
You sure are acting high and mighty, but do you really think everyone will bow down to you? And who's being rude here, messaging me without permission?
You've got a devil on your back, don't you?
Here it comes. Whenever something goes wrong, you pull the whole devil or ghost routine to scare people, and then you get money out of it from the people who are already struggling, right? What a scam artist.
How dare you!
I'm frustrated. I'm engaged to a mama's boy who's obsessed with his pots, and my whole trip to Italy turned into a nightmare. The wedding we planned, gone down the drain. And now I'm being stalked, draining me mentally every single day.
Enough! Don't say another word!
I only know fortune tellers or mediums, but I don't have the mental energy to deal with a fake like you. You get that, right? If you do, just disappear already.
I finally understand what my mother meant when she told me to curse you!
The pots in the trash from the mailbox aren't curses, they're just crimes. I don't know who you gotta do it, but I'll make sure to report you to the police.
Do you even realize what you're saying right now? You're committing blasphemy! This is just like insulting God!
Yeah, sorry, God.
You're the rudest person I've ever met. I'm feeling dizzy just talking to you.
And I've never met someone as shady as you either. My would-be mother-in-law thought she could make me a monster by having you involved, but sorry to disappoint you. Looks like your scam's been exposed. How are you going to handle that?
Please, help us get back together.
Wait, you're just asking normally? How pathetic. Why don't you use some kind of power instead of asking like this?
I'm asking you because I know you won't help me.
How much did your mom pay you for this? You probably promised to make me and Cooper get back together, and you scammed her for all that money, didn't you?
It's a donation. I didn't scam anyone.
Same thing. So, how much was it?
That's none of your business.
Fine then. You'll regret making me angry. You better be polishing your pot while you wait.
What are you planning to do?
Don't worry. I'm not going to curse you or anything.
Wait, please, can we talk this through calmly?
I don't have time to talk to a fake fortune teller. Bye now.
Please, just listen to me.
Are you out of your mind calling even the company?
Thank goodness you finally unblocked me.
How many times do I have to say it? This is really bothering me. Don't you think it was a bit much to message the teacher about this?
I heard you were really rude to them.
To me, you're just some guy walking down the street.
You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Bring it on. Curse me. Punish me. I don't care anymore.
This is a message from my mom. She wants you to take a pregnancy test.
What?
There's a chance you might be having my child, you know.
And so what?
If it's true, I'll take the child when it's born.
It's just too much.
So you agree with that then?
What part of that sounds like agreement? I'm not pregnant, and even if I was, I'm not telling you. And if I had the baby, you're never getting it. End of story.
I don't want to talk about family issues right now. Let's just go to the hospital together.
I told that guy the same thing, but honestly, I'm at my limit. Since I got back, dealing with all of you has been exhausting.
If we just do the test, it'll be over. Your mom won't be satisfied otherwise.
There's no point. I'm on my period today.
That's a mistake.
Why are you assuming I'm pregnant?
Because nothing will end until you do the test.
What will?
The curse on you will cost $5,000, and a prayer for pregnancy will be another $8,000. No amount of money will be enough.
This is ridiculous. I'm past being amazed. Now I just pity you. Do you really believe the teacher and pay them this money?
I don't know, but my mom believes in them.
Oh, really? Well, I guess you'll just keep being taken advantage of then.
If you find true happiness, it won't cost you anything.
Next, they'll ask for $10,000 to keep it. That scammer.
How dare you say that? The doctor isn't a fraud.
I honestly don't care, but I looked into it just to open your eyes. That person is a genuine scam artist.
Stop with these ridiculous accusations!
Xander is just a stage name. His real name is Richard. He ran up $20 million in debt with a company he started when he was young, then fled overseas. About 5 years ago, he came back and started his fake business.
That's not true! I've heard he found enlightenment 5 years ago!
I don't know what kind of enlightenment that is, but the truth is, he's been scamming people all around the U.S.
What?
Apparently, he changes his name every so often. Before he was Xander, he was Richard. How much does he love pots? Oh, by the way, the pot you're also obsessed with? You can get it for around $10 at an antique market.
That's a lie!
I thought you'd say that, but I have all the proof. If you need it, I can send everything.
The doctor is a great person! There's no way!
There's more about the curse they put on me. I checked the security cameras in my building, and guess who I saw?
What?
I saw the doctor, and they were the ones putting trash in the mailbox. They must be really bored.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm going straight to the police. And by the way, it was the doctor who dropped the flower pot.
What?
This This is a matter of life and death, so I had to report it immediately. It took a while because I couldn't get in touch with the building manager, but I finally checked the security footage yesterday, and there it was.
The doctor did something so horrible?
It could have killed me if things went wrong. It's unforgivable. And if your mother was the one who asked them to do it, she's an accomplice.
I can't believe it.
So what are you going to do? If the doctor and your mom get caught, you'll be left alone. From now on, you'll have to make your own decisions.
I see. You were investigating them for me.
What?
If those two disappear, nothing will stand in the way of our love. You did this for that, right?
That's not it.
At least now you can finally be happy. I'm sorry it took so long.
Stop it. Even if you're joking, it's too much.
Why would you say something like that?
The fact that you don't get it already shows me everything I need to know. Wake up already.
If I don't get you, my life is over. I will make you happy no matter what.
Someone who can't even stand on their own feet can't make anyone happy. You're 35, but I don't think it's too late. I'll become an irrelevant person to you, but in a way, I do feel sorry for you because you're a victim of that mother too. So I'll sympathize with you, just a little bit.
If you really feel that way, then help me.
No, I'm pushing you away. Being by someone's side and telling them where to go isn't the only way to show love.
It's hard. I feel like there's a hole in my stomach.
The real trial starts now. Stop being so spoiled and stand on your own 2 feet first.
I can't.
Whether you like it or not, you'll have to do it. I'm going to take care of a mini-boss now.
What? What are you talking about?
Long time no see. I've temporarily unblocked you. You ungrateful person! Oh, did I ever do something that would earn you any favor? I tried to give you my son, but you threw it all away. I returned the favor, didn't I? I heard you insulted the doctor as well. You mean that scam artist? How dare you say such a thing? I told Cooper earlier too, but Xander is nothing but a fake, and he's going to get caught soon. What? There are so many victims across the country. That's impossible. Everything Xander says is accurate. They say things that can apply to anyone. If I trained myself, I could say similar things too. No, he predicted my son's persistence. If you're proposing to everyone you meet like you two do, it's no wonder it works out. Stop saying nonsense. I understand that you don't want to believe it, but you'll understand eventually. The doctor's face and name will make headlines. Why? He changed his name and traveled across the country, deceiving countless people. You don't know how much we've spent. You're free to believe whatever you want, and how you spend your money is up to you, but you've ruined your son's life. That's something you need to reflect on deeply. What do you mean? Cooper can't make a single decision on his own. When we were dating, I mistook his words, "It's okay if it's what you like," as kindness. But now I realize it was something else. He had no individuality, no judgment. He was just your puppet. I was just thinking of what's best for him. And in the end, you gave birth to a 35-year-old mama's boy. Can't you see that? I just wanted to hold a cute little boy who resembled Cooper. Unfortunately, as long as you're around, that's impossible. Why? I'm just a mother who loves her son. That's exactly the feeling the doctor took advantage of. You've been taken for all your money. What has become of it now? Have you seen your grandchild yet? That's the answer right there. I must not have given enough offerings, that's all. Enough, please. You're not only losing money, but also your son. Are you saying everything I've done has been for nothing? Yes. I can't believe the teacher is a scam artist. And I'm going to send him to prison for that. What are you talking about? Wait for the day when the doctor's name shows up in the news. What? I'm off to deal with the final boss now. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, dumbass.
It's Xander.
I've come to realize that you're the root of all this mess.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
A man who can't even get married, trying to manipulate his own mother, who's desperate for grandchildren, into giving him all her money. In the end, there's nothing left. That's the proof right there. You used her. You used everyone.
They just didn't have enough faith, that's all.
Oh, really? Is that how you're going to justify it? Well then, from now on, why don't you start praying for yourself, since clearly you can't see the truth in front of you?
What?
Don't play innocent. You're about to be caught for fraud. You'll end up behind bars.
Don't give me that. I was just helping those who were lost. I've saved people from misery. That's what matters.
Please, don't make me laugh. I've been watching you for a while. You think you can pull the wool over everyone's eyes? I know exactly what you've been up to. I have 2,000 followers now. Not that I'm some big influencer or anything, but they just keep growing. I didn't even notice until I started getting messages from people asking about you.
What's that got to do with anything?
It means I had a detective look into you. I asked around, talked to your followers about your little scheme, and it didn't take long for all the dirt to come pouring out.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Let me break it down for you. You abandoned your debt-ridden company and ran off overseas to escape it all. Then you came back all smooth and innocent, right? You've been scamming people ever since, convincing them to give you money with false promises.
You're lying! What proof do you have?
Oh, I have plenty of proof. If you Google the name Richard, nothing comes up, right? That's because you've been using so many fake names, it's almost impossible to track you down under one identity. You're a ghost.
Enough! I don't need to hear any more of this.
Oh, are you running away because it's inconvenient for you? Classic move, fraudster. You think people don't know your tricks?
Shut up! I don't have time to waste on a kid like you!
You can change your name as many times as you want, but your face won't change. I'm sure the victims who saw you are probably already on their way to the police station right now, telling them everything.
What?
Yeah, you've been preying on the most vulnerable. People struggling with infertility, mothers dealing with disabled children, families caught up in ugly in-law dramas. You've scammed them all out of money. How does it feel to be a parasite?
That's not true! They gave me the money willingly! It's their fault for believing me!
Oh, really? Now you're calling the victims fools? Wow, that's rich coming from you. I'll be sure to take screenshots of this conversation and spread them far and wide. Let everyone see your true colors.
Stop it!
You know, I might not have liked Cooper, the mama's boy, or his overbearing mother, but they weren't the real problem. You were the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. You've been the one manipulating them all. And you know what? That's unforgivable. You'll burn for this. You'll rot in hell.
What are you gonna do about it, huh? Ha!
I've already done more than enough. You just don't know it yet. One of my college classmates is now a police officer. I'm going to talk to her. I'll make sure this whole thing gets exposed. You won't be able to run for long.
Wait, what?
That's right. I know you're hiding something, but I won't stop until I get to the truth. And while we're at it, let's talk about your taxes, shall we? I don't think you've been paying them, have you?
What? That's none of your business.
Oh, it's very much my business. If your organization isn't registered as a religious entity, you're required by law to pay taxes. I'm sure the tax authorities will be very interested in your activities. Imagine the penalties and back taxes that'll come with it.
Wait, hold on!
What is it now?
Look, I've got money, a lot of it. I'll give you 20% of it. That's $400,000.
$400,000? How much have you been making off of this?
Oh, you'd be surprised. But right now, let's just say we're at a turning point. This is your chance to make things right. You take the money, I take the truth, and we call it a deal.
You're crazy. You really think I'm going to just walk away from all of this?
Trust me, it's the best offer you'll get. Do you really want to go down with the ship, or are you going to make this easy on yourself?
Fine.
I'll bring it to you.
But I don't want any paper trail, no evidence, no records. I don't want to get caught up in this mess either.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I don't trust anyone with a paper trail either. I don't need anyone finding out where the money is coming from or going. All right, I'll bring it to you right now. I don't keep it in the bank, so I'll just grab it and head over.
Great. I'll be waiting for you at the coffee shop by the station.
And just so you know, I'm doing you a favor here. Don't ever forget that. You're lucky I'm giving you this chance.
You really are something else. But don't worry, you'll come to regret this. The con artist who had come into the store that day and I spent several minutes talking. At first, I was just listening to him speak, giving him a chance to explain himself, or so I thought. But as I asked him more pointed questions, I could see that he was slowly unraveling. His confidence, which had been so high when he first entered the store, was starting to waver. He started to stammer, hesitating as his lies grew more transparent. I couldn't help but wonder how many people he had fooled over the years with his charming words. How many lives he had ruined, all for the sake of greed. The conversation felt like an eternity, but in reality, it only lasted for a few minutes. I was mostly focused on learning about the extent of the damage he had caused, trying to piece together his story. To understand the full scope of his deceit, it wasn't just about one or two small cons, it was much bigger than that. I wanted to know everything about what he had done, the victims he had hurt, and how far-reaching his actions had been. I wasn't expecting him to reveal everything, but every little bit he said only made me more furious. The more I learned, the more disgusted I felt. His story was a web of lies so elaborate that it was hard to believe that one man could carry out such a series of scams. He had created multiple fake identities, started fraudulent businesses, and even convinced people to invest in things that didn't exist. He wasn't just stealing money. He was destroying people's lives, eroding trust, and breaking families apart. For years, he had hidden behind a mask of charm and politeness, gaining the trust of everyone he met, only to use that trust to exploit them. Then, just as I thought he might slip away or try to talk his way out of it, there was a sudden shift. A police officer, who had been quietly waiting nearby, stepped forward. He was a friend of mine, and I had called him earlier to make sure we would catch this man red-handed. As soon as the officer appeared, the con artist's face changed. His confident demeanor turned to panic. As he realized what was happening, his body language shifted dramatically, his shoulders slumping, and his eyes darting around in search of an escape. The officer didn't waste any time. As soon as he stepped into the scene, he bellowed, his voice loud enough to echo through the store. "You've been scamming people, haven't you?" The anger in his voice was palpable, and the words he spoke sent a chill through the air. The entire store seemed to freeze for a moment as everyone, from customers to staff, took in what was happening. The man had nowhere to run, no way to talk his way out of this. His lies had finally caught up to him. There was a brief moment of tension before the police officer stepped forward and calmly cuffed him. The con artist tried to resist at first, but there was no escaping the situation. It was over for him. The police officer led him out of the store, his once proud posture now completely shattered. As he was escorted away, the man threw one last defiant shout into the air, his voice still full of venom, though it was clear that he was defeated. "You'll regret this!" he screamed, but his words carried no weight now. It was over. The damage this man had done was immense. It wasn't just a few small-time scams. It was a network of lies that spanned years, affecting countless individuals. The total amount of money he had swindled from people over time was said to exceed several $100 million. The full extent of his actions had yet to be revealed, but I knew it was going to cause a massive stir in the news. This wasn't just some petty criminal. This was a man who had built a career out of deception, and now everything was coming crashing down. For months, his face would be plastered all over the media as people learned about the full scope of his scams. As expected, Cooper's mother also became aware of what had happened. She was not one to admit fault easily. But after hearing the news, she finally reached out to me. It was a simple message, nothing more than an apology, but it carried the weight of an admission. She had been too proud, too blind to see the reality of the situation before. She had been part of this mess, even though she had refused to acknowledge it at the time. "I'm sorry," the message said. It wasn't much, but I appreciated it for what it was, a small step toward taking responsibility. I wasn't expecting her to suddenly become a different person, but at least she acknowledged that something had gone wrong. What struck me, however, was how late that apology had come. It felt like an afterthought, almost as if she was trying to salvage whatever was left of her own image. The truth was, I wasn't looking for her to apologize. The damage had been done, and I had already moved on from the toxic situation. But even then, a part of me had hoped that the people involved would eventually realize what had happened and take ownership of their mistakes. Cooper's mother was entirely devoid of remorse, but her actions were so far removed from true accountability that her apology didn't feel like enough. As for the two of them, Cooper and his mother, I couldn't imagine what their future held. They had lost everything. Their wealth, their status, and now their connection to the people who once supported them. How would they rebuild their lives after all of this? I couldn't say, nor did I have any desire to find out. The truth was, I wasn't interested in their redemption or their future struggles. They had made their choices, and now they would have to face the consequences. If there was any way for them to turn things around, it would be on their own. It wasn't my responsibility anymore. Rumors about Cooper and his mother circulated, of course. It didn't take long for word to spread about their attempts to regain some semblance of a normal life. According to the gossip, they had started attending matchmaking parties in search of a new life. They were apparently trying to find a way back into society's good graces, but there was something almost pathetic about their attempts. Cooper's mother, in particular, had become a figure of ridicule. She was now infamous for attending these events with her mother in tow, which was seen as unusual and desperate. They were quickly labeled as the woman with her overbearing mother, and it wasn't hard to see why. It seemed like they still hadn't fully grasped the reality of their situation, no matter how many parties they attended, no matter how many new people they tried to impress. They couldn't erase the damage they had caused. The reputation they had built for themselves was gone, and no amount of socializing or pretending could change that. They were still the same people, the same flawed individuals who had made so many wrong decisions along the way. No matter how much they tried to act like nothing had happened, the truth was always going to follow them. It was almost laughable, really. They had no idea what they were doing. They hadn't learned anything from their past mistakes, and now they were desperately trying to find a way out of their self-made mess. I couldn't help but shake my head at the absurdity of it all. How could they not see that the answer wasn't in pretending to be something they weren't, but in truly changing their ways? As for me, this experience had been a wake-up call in many ways. It had made me realize how easily people could be deceived, and how even the most convincing liars could get away with their schemes for far too long. I had been naive in some ways, and I could only hope that others would learn from this situation. The world wasn't as simple or as trustworthy as I had once believed. People would do anything for money, for power, for status, and it was up to us to stay vigilant. This whole ordeal had also taught me a valuable lesson about trust. I realized that I needed to be more careful about who I allowed into my life and who I gave my trust to. Trust was something that had to be earned, not something that could be given away freely. I would no longer be so quick to believe the words of others, especially those who had proven themselves to be deceitful. I knew that it would take time for things to return to some semblance of normalcy, but I was determined to move forward. I had learned a great deal from this experience, and while it had been painful, it had also been enlightening. The future was uncertain, but I knew one thing for sure. I would be far more cautious and aware of the people around me from now on. This wasn't just a lesson for me. It was a lesson for everyone who had been involved or who had been close to the situation. We all needed to take responsibility for our actions and learn how to protect ourselves from those who would try to exploit our trust. Moving forward, I would remain vigilant. This was not just a story of one person's deceit. It was a story about the importance of learning from our experiences and never letting our guard down completely.